Son of a... Well, as usual, nothing goes right for me. Fender fits. It's perfect. It was made for this bike. Let me show you what doesn't fit. Let's see if you can figure out what's wrong. I'll give you a hint. Unless I spend $500 on a new exhaust, I can't run this fender. It is aiming right at the fender. It will completely melt this. I did not want to have to run the original fender because, well, it needs a lot of work. A lot of cleaning, a lot of sanding, repainting. I just wanted to stick with this red fender. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to be sanding this down, repainting it. Let's try something else. Okay, the original seat, I don't know if you can see from there, the vinyl's all cracked up. So I would either have to recover it or find another seat. Well, the XR250 that this rear fender came off from, as you can see, it's been in the barn for a while. Yeah, that's not nice, but the vinyl is perfect and it's gonna fit perfect. So I'm gonna clean this seat up, soak it in Armor All for a while. It'll be good. The next thing, the gas tank. This gas tank needs to be repainted. Now I can run it just like it is, but I'm gonna do something a little different. Well, I figured since I gotta repaint that rear fender anyways, I might as well change up this tank a little. I have other plans for this tank. That is an XR250 tank. Definitely different. A little wider. I think it holds just a little more gas. Well, this one I can take it down to bare metal and repaint it however I want. Well, I kind of like that black stripe on the top. I guess since I'm going to be repainting this bike, might as well do it up the way I want. I think it's going to be fun to repaint this bike. I'm going to have to come up with some paint scheme. Probably red, white, and blue of some sort. Oh yeah. I'm starting to like this. Where'd that seat go? Phew. That's a dirty seat. I'm definitely not worried about melting my fender now. I still need to either find or make some sort of back rack that I can hang all my luggage off from. Well, my next project will be to strip all the old paint off the fender and the tank, get that prepped, come up with some sort of paint scheme for it. Oh, and I guess my next big expense is going to be a set of handlebars. These are a little too low for me. I'm 6'2". If I'm riding a trail, doing something where I got to stand up, I'm leaning way too far forward. I thought about getting a new set of risers that will actually raise the handlebars. The problem is these risers are at an angle. They're not straight up and down. So all that would do is push my handlebars back towards me and not up. So I'm going to have to get a pair of bars that come up higher, be more comfortable. So I'm going to start stripping the paint off these old parts. Definitely cleaning this seat. The rear wheel's ready to go back on. I'll probably do that so I can spin this bike around, and then I can remove the front wheel, get the new tire put on that. Spring was officially here yesterday, and I was hoping to have this done by spring. But luckily in Michigan we have what's called a false spring. We think it's spring, but then we get about 3 or 4 more inches of snow. Doesn't surprise me. That's all right, that gives me more time on this bike. All right, let me take these parts over to the workshop, get the paint stripped off, get them ready to paint. Whew, I'm running out of time. I gotta hurry. I really gotta hurry. projects. Well, now that I'm going back to my original fender, that also means I have to go back to my original taillight. This big old monstrosity. The problem is I still got to build some sort of luggage rack for the back of the bike. This big thing might be in the way. Not to mention, I don't know if you can see, but it's all broken up, all cracked. I'm probably going to have to do some plastic welding. And I don't know, it'll work. I got to build some sort of bracket inside to hold all the guts in there because they're all broke out. Oh, you use what you have. I definitely need a tail light. Didn't want to use this one. Guess I'm going to have to. Jeez. Look at that beast. Whatever. Oh man. Alright. It is now time to start stripping some old paint. Kind of getting excited. I love painting. Alright. We gotta get to work. Let's get you out of here for a while. I'll get back to working on you later. It's working. I think I'm going to find somebody with a sandblaster. This is going to take a long time this way. I'll be back when I find a sandblaster. Alrighty, hopefully I can think of something to say. If you have or have access to a sandblaster, I highly recommend it. That saved me so much time. A buddy of mine has a sandblaster. Went to his house last night, got all this old paint off, including on the gas cap. Well, that looks so much better. Now I did notice, now that all the paint's off, I do have a couple little dents on here. There's one right here, and there's one right there. Luckily they're pretty small. I can get to them real easily. That will not be a problem. So I'm going to pound out these dents, get this thing in primer, and get rid of the paint. I have been working on some paint schemes for this bike. Since I am going to be riding this in the US, two of the most iconic motorcycles, Captain America and of course Evel Knievel. I love the red, white, and blue. I love the blue with the white stars. So I'm going to kind of borrow those ideas. I just ordered a white front fender for this bike. I'm going to put a big blue stripe down the middle of it with some white stars. On the tank, it had a black stripe right down the middle, which I kind of like that look. So I decided to go with a blue stripe, some white stars down the middle. The whole tank is going to be white, and I'm going to have, I don't know if you can really see it, there's kind of like a body line right here on the tank. So I'm going to paint this part right here in red, and the rest will be white. Side covers, I'm going to paint those up a little. The rear fender, I'm just going to paint it red. I'm going to go clean this up, sand it down, get it down to bare plastic. This is just going to be red. There's no reason to really go crazy on this. The big old taillight's going to cover a lot of it. The rear luggage rack, you're barely going to see it, so I don't need to go crazy on the paint job for that. So that's the idea for the paint job. I'm still working on some ideas. I kind of like that one. Even though it's my first one, I'm used to doing 10 or 20 different thumbnail sketches before I actually nail down the concept. But I actually like the looks of it. I think I might keep it. I might change up the side of the tank a little. I haven't decided. But anyways, get a sandblaster if you don't already have one, or get a friend that has a sandblaster. That's a lifesaver. Thanks, Brian. Man, that saved me so much time. Alright, that's going to be it for this. I've got some metalworking to do, some priming, maybe some painting. If you want to see me finish this bike and ride it across the country, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Don't forget, life is short. Get out and ride. Yeah. You're so pretty.